The Israelis last night launched a new wave of strikes against the Iranian capital of Tehran using around 50 fighter jets.
Fox's Trey Yingst in Tel Aviv, where Israel keeps shooting down missiles launched by Iran. He says these new strikes by Israel targeted
a bunker that Iran's former supreme leader had planned to use. We understand that he was above ground, actually, when he was killed over the weekend.
President Trump has been telling reporters he wants to stay in whoever Iran chooses as next leader, while he urges Iran's military and police to lay down their arms.
Now is the time to stand up for the Iranian people and help take back your country.
The president also says the U.S. keeps taking out Iran's air defenses and
their navy is gone. 24 ships in 3 days. That's a lot of ships.
One of the ships hit was an Iranian drone carrier. This conflict keeps driving up costs for drivers. Oil is surging now above $86 a barrel. It was $65 a week ago. Gas is up again. AAA's national average for regular has surged up 33 cents in 4 days. Energy Secretary Chris Wright just told Fox it'll be temporary.
It's weeks, not months. And look, Iran has been an escalator of energy prices 47 years, the whole history of their regime.
Democrats are saying good riddance to Kristi Noem, who was fired as Homeland Security Secretary. They keep holding up new DHS funding, pending immigration enforcement reforms. Fox's Jackie Heinrich, the White House.
We are told the president was not happy. A source close to him telling Fox it was time. Replacing Kristi was based on the culmination of her many unfortunate leadership mishaps, including the fallout in Minnesota, the $200 million ad campaign, the allegations of infidelity, the mismanagement of her staff, the constant feud with the heads of other agencies, including CBP and ICE.
The president has picked Republican Senator Mark Wayne Mullen to replace Noem. His Senate colleagues will have to confirm him as the next secretary. America's listening to Fox News.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Pure Z's, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Pure Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies with a complementary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Pure Z's, just for sleep. Really great sleep. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
Well, Democrats keep striking out, trying to limit President Trump's actions in Iran. First, the Senate rejected a war powers resolution, and then the House.
Members of the House debated the resolution Wednesday. Kentucky Republican Congressman Andy Barr argued the president didn't need congressional approval for the strikes being conducted in Iran.
The Commander-in-Chief Clause gives the president the exclusive power to command the military and operations approved by Congress.
House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries disagrees.
That Donald Trump needed to get authorization for engaging in a war. He admits it's a war.
Republicans Thomas Massey and Warren Davidson voted with Democrats for the resolution. Democrats Henry Cuellar, Greg Landsman, Jared Golden, and Juan Vargas voted to reject it. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
A Florida man who was convicted for his role in the 2021 Capitol riot, then pardoned by President Trump, is going behind bars for good now. Andrew Johnson sentenced to life in prison after being convicted of molesting 2 children. Life in prison is also the sentence in this case in Wisconsin.
18-year-old Nikita Kossop shot and killed his parents, Tatiana Kossop and Donald Mayer, and stole their money in order to fund his plan to assassinate President Trump with a bomb dropped from a drone. Investigators say Kossop lived with the decomposing bodies for 2 weeks before attempting to drive across the country. He was arrested in Kansas. At a sentencing hearing Thursday, Kossop tearfully expressed regret for his actions.
What I did was vile. What I did was thoughtless. What I did was wrong.
Tom Rigotti, Fox News.
We will get a job market update this hour, and economists expect there was a hiring slowdown last month from January, but the unemployment rate is predicted to remain the same at 4.3%. And on Wall Street, as oil prices keep surging, stock futures are down before the report in the morning after a big sell-off that had dragged it down almost 800 points. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Champaign teen is hospitalized after a shooting. Police responded to the 1500 block of Mattis Avenue on Wednesday. The 15-year-old victim had suffered a gunshot wound and was taken to the hospital in stable condition. Police are looking for witnesses or suspects. School officials say it was a search for a suspect from Minnesota that forced a soft lockdown at Mattoon High School. Police say an update to Facebook after the lockdown Tuesday. They say the U.S. Marshals Service canvassed the general area near the high school. That suspect was taken into custody and lockdown was eventually lifted. Village of Homer advancing plans for a new water plant after years of infrastructure concerns. Village officials say the current system aging and increasingly expensive to maintain, prompting the push for full replacement. Engineers now preparing design work as well as cost estimates, and the project is expected to move into the funding phase that should take place later this year. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Joe Miller.
You know, when we were more into school closings and, what have you, everybody waited with bated breath, see if my school was closed. And kind of the same with the spring ahead on the clocks, except for the Anderson house. Nobody has clocks. There's no clocks. Maybe the microwave, but all your phones go automatically.
What are you talking about?
Nobody has clocks.
There's a clock in every room, and one clock has like 33 clocks.
Looking around to see my house.
One room has
studio. I don't have any. I have no clocks at our house. None.
And when it comes to adjusting the one in the vehicle, that's the one I always have trouble with.
Ours can go. A lot of them can go automatically. They just do it.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
So I'm just saying. So all you have to do is remember we spring ahead, but you don't physically, except at your house. I want to know if anybody else has clocks they have to change in their house.
My husband is interested in timepieces.
That's great. No, I'm just saying, except for your house, you don't. So if you have a clock that nobody has more than two, right? They just don't. It's just an interesting.
You have your alarm clock next to your bed, right?
Excuse me?
Really?
That's the phone does that now. I don't. Do you have an alarm clock, Soye?
It's the phone for various speeds.
Wow, I have
phone
one
goes
on
off.
either side of our bed.
We don't have. In fact, I'll give you mine. If you would like my clock radio, I would totally gift that to you.
I do pick up clock.
I actually have one in the office that I have to take off the wall to move it to the west window in order for the geological, whoever runs these automated atomic clocks to move forward or back or what have you. So there is an actual clock with the big hand and the little hand. That's the way I can do radio for some reason.
Well, what happens if we don't have phones anymore, people?
Well, it would be different.
Who's going to know what time it is?
Brother Johnny is in town, so there he is.
Hey, Greg.
Good to have
you.
I just mentioned, I opened the show and said, back when people used to listen to us with bated breath to tell you Unit 7 was closed kind of thing, waiting for school closing. Now all we have to do is say we spring ahead, but nobody has clocks anymore. Do you have any clocks at your house?
And the phone automatically
No,
does
exactly.
it.
So do you have...
we have them. And they're all wrong when we do it.
Well, wait 6 months, you don't have to do anything. So every 6 months you're on time. It just spring ahead means it's not light like this every morning when we enjoy it. So
how are you going to teach the grandkids that about time, since we don't use the big hand and little hand anymore?
You hand them their phone. Just look at the phone. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you except that what happens if we don't have a phone? We freak out and we'll probably say, I don't need to wear my pants, but I got to have my phone. That's
Grab
what
the carbon paper.
I mean, if I leave the house without the phone and I'm 5 miles away, I got to turn around.
Oh yeah, I've done that.
Me too.
It's just pretty much the center of what you've got going on. Everybody can reach you. Shoot, back in the day when Johnny was bowling in Tolono,
and
he couldn't take me home and all that stuff, and I walked home.
You're kidding.
I couldn't contact Mom. There was no phone.
True.
So I walked home.
Do we share with the people, the listening audience, on how these weather broadcasts come out on these live get-togethers? What we are using? Can we do that?
Yeah.
Can we share that?
Sure.
It's the phone. It's the iPhone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what
I like
we got.
that, folks.
Well,
and it's clear as day. So.
Yeah. Well, things have changed with AI rapidly because I can get any show material I want in 5 minutes.
Unbelievable.
I don't have to go to the library and look up an encyclopedia and go to a bibliography. No, I don't need that. It's a beautiful library.
I don't like where this is going.
It's just like
it's a little depressing.
I'm telling you, see the movie Wall-E. That's it. We're scooting around on recliners, and we have a big gulp, and the guy says that we've lost a little bone mass over the years. That's it.
true.
That's us.
No,
We're next.
that's true.
That's us.
Just a big pile of goo, huh?
No, it's pretty much it. As long as we have the big
with the screen in front of us on our
gulp,
recliner.
we have to have the big gulp. Anyway, good morning. I'm Stevie J. There's Diane Ducey. This is Brother
Always
Johnny.
entertaining.
Great to have Johnny in town.
Well, it's great to be here, Greg. I hope it clears up a little, huh?
It will. I have a quick question, by the way. We
Yeah.
were out to dinner, and I didn't know this. We were watching the women's game. They play in quarters.
Yeah. You didn't know?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Been in
I
quarters.
asked my wife because she played, a little bit of college basketball, and she didn't know why. But so yeah, the guys are in halves, and the girls play quarters. I
Your
don't
wife,
understand that.
Christine, played at Duke?
No, Allegheny.
Oh,
she did
very-
undergrad her stuff at Allegheny, which is a liberal arts college school thing
listen,
up in northwest Pennsylvania.
My conclusion is if you play anything past grade 12, you're great.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just all kinds of Division III players that might play in the NFL. I mean, you're great if you can get past grade 12.
Well, and back to the quarters, I don't know why the guys don't play quarters.
I don't know how that
that's
happened.
What you do, you have quarters. NBA's quarters.
Is the college,
exactly.
men's college, always? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
I can't
know.
remember if they've ever been quarters.
I don't.
Why do they do 20-minute halves?
Something I learned yesterday. Just looked at it and said, "Hey, that doesn't make any sense." It's like so.
I don't know.
To me,
I know that the Illini women beat Michigan State last night.
Yes, they did,
and
Well,
beat an
good
18th
game.
ranked team. Yeah. And Michigan State beat us in the season. We paid them back.
Yes.
Shauna Green called timeout with 6 minutes left because in Iowa a week and a half ago we were ahead 7 with 5 to play and lost. She said, "This is what we learned from Iowa. Let's make some plays," and they won. And they
That's
had the
great,
youngest team in the Big Ten is Illinois women. So we'll be
Okay.
back. We'll be back. This Destiny Jackson looks like she's 12. She just looks so young. She's a freshman. She's incredible.
Right.
No, it's pretty cool.
is this like the first time in 3 years that the women are in the
No,
tournament, right?
Shauna Green's been here 4 years, and she's won 20 games 3 years in a row. Come on, man.
Oh, okay.
Nobody's
All right.
ever done that. That's why I've called her a flight risk. That's why I tried to extend her contract to 2052. Josh Whitman did 2030.
Yeah.
But I wanted to go a little more. Anyway, weather brought to you this morning by Carl.
Reminding you, if you need to see a doctor, you can do it actually from your couch with a virtual visit and convenient care. You can learn more at carl.com.
All right, Mr. Meteorologist Greg Solier, Dirk Rice, great farmer, said that before all of this, they were 8 feet dry down to the tile.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he said there's been a wonderful seeping, good kind of rain. It's really worked
Percolation, absorption.
well.
Yeah.
Yep. So what do we got, Bubba?
Well, but it's been areas, kind of from like, here, really from Champaign and generally over the northern end of the county, Vermilion County and northward from there where the rains have been, at best. But, boy, snappy line of showers and thunder making its way through the western and northwestern end of the state up through southern Wisconsin. So it'll be the northern and western Corn Belt, and particular southern Wisconsin, northeast Iowa, northern Illinois that has a likelihood of maybe an inch plus of rain in some spots over the next 36 hours. And we are beginning the transition here. We're going to turn colder here as we head through the second half of the month of March of a cooler, wetter spring. So don't wish too much on what you've seen already out there. It may become problematic as we move into the planting and growing season. 55 at Willard and Savoy later on today. The old forecast high record and near record setting readings right around the 75 degree mark. On a gusty south wind, things will brighten up. That quarter mile to eighth of a mile visibility will turn partly sunny on a south wind 15 to 25 and gusty. And maybe a shower thunderstorm roams parts of the area to the north and west of us this morning and back in late this afternoon. Better likelihood after midnight tonight down to 62. Windy turning cooler tomorrow. Showers in the morning, a partly sunny afternoon. 67 in the morning, and falling probably to the mid 50s or so in the late afternoon as winds turn to the west. Will about colder and clearing tomorrow night. 36 on the time change. Sunshine, extended evening twilight, and 62 on Sunday. 73 Monday, mid 70s on Tuesday. Scattered showers and thunderstorms. More rain next Wednesday in the low 60s, and will continue mild but drier next Thursday and Friday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
So we did have somebody chime in saying, I always hate getting up at 2 a.m. to change all the clocks. Why can't they make it early?
Nobody said it.
Rory's.
Okay, thank you. Funny.
Getting around.
Funny joke. Anyway, yeah, spring head on the clocks. Just be aware. Church is at 10, not 9 or whatever time you go. So there you go. It is Friday morning. This is March the 6th. You know who really kind of closed the door in Kristi Noem's?
Johnny. Here. This is a good. I wanted to show you that, Steve.
John Kennedy, the senator from Louisiana and Johnny's friend.
Okay.
That was happier days when we were all together.
I see.
Christy Nome and John Kennedy.
Look at that.
Johnny
She's so
and
pretty.
Bobby.
I know
and
that's
is that
the thing,
John
but,
Kennedy's wife?
No, that is our Attorney General.
Oh,
That was
wow.
the whole function was kind of supporting her for Attorney General in Louisiana.
Wow, but what was Christy there for?
She was helping because our Liz Murrill, our AG, helped her a lot when she was being attacked by the administration for not closing everything down in South Dakota. They left everything open during COVID.
I gotcha.
And she was getting all kinds of pressure. In fact, I remember Rachel Maddow, she estimated, this is just an estimate, that 300,000 out of the 800,000 people would die. Nobody died. And actually, the state's done great. If I was talking to her, I would have told her, do not take that job, okay? You're doing fine as governor, and I don't know.
So she left governor? She's an active governor?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we lost the governor.
Well,
me being the South Dakotans.
I heard that live, and I'm going, why is he pushing so hard? Apparently, and I'll have that for you. Let me get to the Fox Business. I'll tell you exactly what happened that ended Christy Nome's run. There's a couple of things, but the John Kennedy question that he asked.
Yeah.
It wasn't his question, it was her response. Her response lit up. What's a murder hornet? That's what John Kennedy said Trump was mad at that answer that John Kennedy asked. I'll tell you what that is. The president was mad as an angry murder hornet, whatever that is.
Well, I guess that's a dangerous
giant
hornet.
Asian hornet.
Oh, I bet that hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like the bullet ant, they say
it's 2 inches in length.
Oh, good gosh. There's a bullet ant somewhere in Borneo or the jungle or somewhere across the seas, and they said that it feels like you got hit by a bullet when the ant bites you. That would be bad. Anyway, I'll tell you what John Kennedy said. We'll quote all that. Sports headlines, Illinois going up to Maryland Sunday for an afternoon 2 o'clock on Fox. It's nationwide.
And the ladies against Iowa at 5:30 tonight in the semifinals.
Well, I want to play a Shauna Green clip. We have two moving forward. We'll do that coming up. But it is Friday. Unity plays in Monticello in the Monticello sectional title against Teutopolis. The Wooden Shoes have been good at basketball for at least 50 years, probably longer. They don't have football in T-Town. They just have basketball, and everybody goes. So I would expect Monticello, the brand new gym out there, in 5 years old or something, it'll be full. Unity travels with 5 towns. T-Town, everybody goes.
Yeah.
And they've beaten the Rockets twice. That's the only 2 losses Matt Franks and the Rockets have this year is to Teutopolis.
I think they should wear wooden shoes tonight.
I think they should have to if they're called that, and we'll wear Rocket uniforms.
The wooden shoes, that was a Dutch settlement.
Right,
a lot
for
of
sure.
people from Holland. And no, it's going to be a match, and I think Unity can take them, Steve.
Well, 3 times, and they know each other quite well.
Yeah, no, that's for sure.
Last game was 37-36.
No kidding.
Man, so
good grief, that's defensive.
They get after. Both the teams really get after. This is a special class at Unity High School. The team that lost to Byron barely and now playing in their senior season basketball. Wow, let's root on the Rockets. I think the last local team alive. Weather brought to you this morning by Urbana Park District.
Reminding you, spring break is on the horizon. They got the Indoor Aquatic Center, and there's some summer jobs and camps. UrbanaParks.org.
Yeah, if some other local team is out there, let us know. 217-359-2255. Fisher National Bank text line.
Logan, everyone, let's check weather for Eastern Illinois, Champaign, Urbana vicinity. Real spring days worth of weather ahead as we turn it partly sunny for the midday and afternoon. Gusty south wind with a record-setting high around 75 degrees and a couple of widely scattered showers and thunderstorms passing primarily north and west of Champaign and Champaign County during the course of the day today. Breezy, mild tonight, a couple of scattered showers and thunderstorms around early, but more broad-based after midnight tonight. Low down to 62. Tomorrow turning windy and cooler showers, maybe a thunderstorm in the morning, a partly sunny afternoon. 67 in the morning, falling to about 54 in the late afternoon on a gusty west wind. We'll clear it off tomorrow night, turn colder, down to 36. Sunshine, 62. Winds come back around into the gusty southwest direction for the day on Sunday. 73 on Monday, mid-70s on Tuesday, back into showers and thunderstorms over parts of the area. Cooler weather sets in for Wednesday, a couple of showers in the morning and a high at about 62. 50s for highs on Thursday, back into the low 60s next Friday. For TVJ Broadcasting, I'm Beatrice Greg Solier.
This is the Our Idea is Ready to Launch vision. This is the Create Great Jobs vision. This is the We Need More Space vision. This is Busey, where your business visions become realizations. Through securing capital for growth, and comprehensive strategies that ensure a prosperous future. Because thriving businesses mean thriving people and thriving communities. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Business Report. Crude oil prices are rising again this morning. The global benchmark Brent crude is on course for its biggest weekly increase since the early days of the Russia-Ukraine war. The Trump administration has pulled back some U.S. sanctions on Russia to ease the oil situation. Among other actions, India will be allowed to buy Russian oil stranded at sea. Markets will also be reacting today to the monthly employment report for February. Marvell Technology shares are up about 12% on an upbeat quarter, and demand for its technology used in artificial intelligence. Nike says its job cuts and severance costs will result in expenses of $300 million. The athletic wear company revealed plans this year to lay off around 775 workers as part of its turnaround strategy. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jim Coselda. Invested in you.
She's built a career taking on the toughest cases. Now, criminal defense attorney Donna Rotuno steps out of the courtroom and into the headlines, breaking down the biggest crime stories, shocking the nation, uncovering evidence, strategies, and the moments that decide guilt or innocence. Courts, cameras, consequences. This is Crime and Justice with Donna Rotuno. New episodes weekly. Watch and listen on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Illini basketball is hot, and so is this Jets Pizza family deal. It's the busiest time of year, so just let Jets Pizza save you time in the kitchen. Get one extra large 2-topping pizza, choice of Jets bread, cinnamon sticks, and a 2-liter Coke product for just $35.99. The Jets Pizza family deal, just $35.99. It's not just pizza. It's Jets Pizza.
Yeah, the Illini women beat Michigan State. They play Iowa tonight. Is that 6:30?
No, 5:30.
5:30. Shauna Green, the greatest women's coach going. Better than the Connecticut guy. I'm sorry. Anyway, she's great.
Yeah.
Now, she has a no-compete, but that's just for the Big Ten. She used to have a no-compete except 6th grade Park District. I would not let her go. Anyway, they win, and totally in the NCAA now. Last night after the game, after the Michigan State win.
Senator Kennedy. Senator Kennedy.
That's not what you want.
Shauna Green after the game.
You know, just a really great basketball game. Michigan State, give them a lot of credit. They're really good. Blair is extremely difficult to defend. So it was just a hard-fought game, but really proud of our resilience, our toughness down the stretch. We've had, to end the season, we had 2 really tight games that came down to the final minutes, and I thought we really did a good job of learning from those scenarios, our staff, our players, and putting them into action. Even, we had that turnover late, and in that timeout, all we talked about was the next play. Like we just got to get a stop. This is what we're doing defensively, and I thought we were able to flip our minds quickly and come up with the big stop down the stretch. So just really proud of our guys. Great balance in terms of having 5 people in double figures, had some foul trouble, but just the toughness. And again, the ability to execute down the stretch is something that we struggled with in our final 2 regular season games, and could not be more proud of this team from being able to learn and execute.
I think you'd like their emotion, Johnny. They just go around, and then they really focus on the rim. I didn't see them shoot too many threes. They made some of them. Now, we play a zone against Iowa. Iowa zones us, and we just really pounded that and made a lot of threes against them a week and a half ago when we were up 6 with 5 to play, and the number 2 seed in the Big Ten is next, 5:30 tonight. Go, Shauna and her team.
And this is the Big Ten
Big Ten tournament. Yep. Illini women are in it, and number 10 seed has made it to the quarterfinals.
Good.
And way to go, and we're rooting for them tonight at 5:30. Okay, so John Kennedy is a senator from Louisiana that Johnny knows quite well. Here's what happened during that hearing. I think it was Monday or Tuesday that I saw this. I'm going, dang, he's pushing back. Apparently, he called the White House, said he'd like to question the $220 million spend on advertising that featured her. Mm-hmm. Bill Malugin, Fox News, tells us what really happened. And it kind of led up after the Minneapolis whole thing that wasn't going well.
Encouraging people to look in the country illegally to leave voluntarily.
And she also called him domestic terrorists, probably a little early. It wasn't going well there. They sent Tom Homan in and moved that around. But the question, and that Trump got the maddest at, was coming up.
Senator Kennedy just gaggled with reporters here at the Hill a short time ago, and he gave us a bigger picture look at this. So he said ahead of that hearing, he had heard about this $200 million ad buy that DHS and Secretary Noem did. Of course, we've seen the ads where she's on horseback and she's featured heavily. There were some.
The way Johnny Kennedy phrased it, he said, Did you run $220 million in advertising featuring you? Did you do that?
Yeah, that's. I think she did.
Allegations that maybe there was some cronyism in those contracts. So
cronyism in the contracts is a bad look too. Plus, she also was asked if Donald Trump approved the ad buy.
Senator Kennedy said that he was offended by the size and scope of that contract. So he called up the White House and he said, "We've got Noem on the Hill tomorrow. I would like to press her under oath and ask her about this contract." And he said the White House essentially didn't oppose it. Said go ahead. So then we see that hearing on Tuesday where he pressed her about the contract directly, and he asked her repeatedly, did President Trump personally approve of this contract to spend $200 million on this ad contract? And Kristi Noem replied under oath that yes, he did. Well, Senator Kennedy gave us a quote. He says President Trump called him after that hearing, after he saw Noem's testimony, and that President Trump was, quote, mad as a murder hornet, and said that he never approved that contract and didn't even know about it.
She thought maybe he'd have her back, maybe? I don't know. But that didn't make Trump look very good.
Well, yeah, that's...
Who told her, you'll look good on horseback, let's fix your hair? How do you not say that's not what we want to do? We want to... Anyway,
that's the route they took, and now she doesn't have the job. But I think there's the silver lining. There is it appeased these folks that have been on ICE. ICE is a terror group, and well, we took care of it. We got rid of her. You're right. Yeah, she's gone. We're fixing it. and they passed the DHS.
Okay, so DHS is back.
Yeah, and
kind of
which
important.
is good
right.
because
What's going on?
We need our Homeland Security to be funded right now.
Yeah, right.
But it's politics in Washington.
Man.
But Kennedy's pretty straightforward.
I'm telling you what, he's 72 years old.
Probably 74.
I would totally. I don't know how long he's going to go, but that's a guy I want to keep. He's older and he's been around a long time, but there's a guy you want because just the hearings alone. Now you said you hate America. Do you mean that?
Here's a quote in this article. His recollection and her recollection are different.
Well, he's a straight shooter, and I've known him a lot. But when he was running for treasurer in Louisiana, and he's just a really smart guy.
But his style,
and that's kind of his persona in public,
but not like that in private.
Well, it's just more like us talking.
Subtle. Okay,
you'd find him to be less. I don't know what you're describing.
It's just the theatrics are funny.
Yeah, maybe it's theatrics.
Now, Judge, you said we don't need prisons. Did you say that? No, I did not. You misinterpreted. No, I've got it right here. You want me to read that to you?
Did you do pretty good.
No, but it sounds like him, doesn't it? Really, he's a very, very.
I need to get him on the air because he's written the book, and he said, "Let's do it, Johnny boy." And I haven't followed up. That's on me. I've got to get him lined up. It's hard to do, by the way. He gets requests to be on the air
every hour. Everybody wants him. Does he get the CNN request? Does he do CNN?
I haven't seen him on CNN.
I haven't either.
Kennedy's kind of got him. He tries to keep John a couple times a week. Hannity wants him on the show. Hannity, watch that if you could see him on there for the purpose of Hannity does not interrupt.
He wants him to go.
He just wants him to keep.
You just riff. You just riff. And he laughs.
And he
at
interrupts everybody.
No, he doesn't interrupt John Kennedy or Mark Levin. He doesn't interrupt.
That's true too.
He goes on a long run or elegant rant. All right, we're going to break for the news. Come back. It's Brother Johnny, Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
I am Stevie J. 217-359-2255 is the Fisher National Bank text line. You're always welcome to join, chime in. Thoughts come to you. Share them with us, your opinions. We love it.
Good old Prisker has talked about the Christie Nome firing.
Oh, let them make a victory lap, whatever.
Well,
she will be held accountable.
Okay, that's
she's
great.
taking the heat. And you had said she was still in some position. I don't know.
She got something. It's kind of a transfer.
Yeah.
It's fired on all the media, but
Okay.
she got moved to another area. I've got to, Johnny has said that Gavin Newsom is Central Casting. I want to touch that here in the next few minutes. Stand by. It's 7:30, ESPN 93.5.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. It's day 7 of the war with Iran. The U.S. Navy deploying laser technology to destroy Iranian drones.
The Odin blinds drones, firing an infrared beam that overwhelms drone sensors, causing it to crash or fail. At least 2 destroyers in epic fury that are equipped with the Odin. Now, the Helios is a high-energy laser beam with a high-powered sensor that tracks, blows up drones and missiles in the air by igniting the fuel.
Fox's Brian Yennis in London. The price of gas up 33 cents in the past 4 days since the war broke out. But
it's weeks, not months. And look, Iran has been an escalator of energy prices 47 years, the whole history of their regime.
That's Energy Secretary Chris Wright on Fox and Friends saying it will be temporary. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Coalition of Labor Union Women's East Central Illinois chapter is opening a hygiene pantry this week. The goal to fill the gaps that SNAP benefits cannot. CLUW says there's a need in the Champaign County community where 19% of residents are at or below the poverty level. The hygiene pantry should be open. City leaders and residents gathered at Centennial High School to address concerns following a recent shooting that rattled the Champaign community. Organizers say the meeting focused on gun violence prevention, youth engagement, and neighborhood-level intervention strategies. New Champaign County Task Force beginning work on guidelines for large-scale data center development as interest grows across central Illinois. Officials say the group will examine land use impacts, water and energy demands, and long-term economic benefits. The move comes as data centers continue expanding nationwide, especially in regions with strong utility infrastructure. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
All right, Jim, thank you. Wow, we're going to have 75 today. Are you kidding me?
I think the record's in 74 degrees, so that was back in 1956. We could break a record today.
Johnny was an older boy by then, 1956. No, kidding. Just barely born.
Barely born.
Barely born. 7:33.
Well, get every month. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign benefits Saturday. Widespread fog to contend with here through the early to mid-morning hours. Some of it locally dense already. A mild start to the day. Later on this afternoon, some record and near record-setting highs up around 75. As south-southwest wind will scour out the low clouds, turning partly sunny. Can't rule out a couple of showers and thunderstorms passing north and west of Champaign in particular during the course of this morning and forming up back out there this afternoon. They'll overspread the area in a couple of batches this evening, and again more so after midnight. Low down to 62, gusty south wind. Tomorrow turning cooler in the afternoon. Morning highs in the 60s, 50s in the afternoon with a partly sunny afternoon, but still some shower activity around tomorrow morning. On a gusty west wind, we'll clear it off, drop down to 36 for tomorrow night. Southwest wind, and we'll recover to about 62 with sunshiny skies for the day Sunday. 73 on Monday, mid-70s Tuesday. Back into scattered showers, thunderstorms there. More rain Wednesday. High temperatures will cool to the lower 60s. It will range from the lower 50s next Thursday, back to the 60s next Friday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Okay, so 7:34, ESPN 93.5.
We do have a text in from Matt at 359-2255 saying there are going to be some openings and those blue bloods are going to come after her. It's all about presence and resonating
Shauna Green.
and rapport in the living room.
Yeah,
let me tell you, Coach Green has that.
Well, she has it all. She came from Dayton when Gracie was on TV in Dayton. Shauna Green was coaching the Flyers over there. Anyway, and then I've been impressed. And does anybody remember how I have talked about her glowingly for 4 years?
For sure.
I said, she's got this. She's so good at this. And I just recognized her talent and ability. So Josh Whitman, obviously. But Teresa Grantz, who I think is very smart.
Yes.
She said the only way Shauna Green will leave here is if we can't fill the stadium. If we can't fill State Farm.
We've had some good
ones. And Johnny, I never thought we'd get more than 5,000 people to go. She's had 10, and I think she had an official sellout.
maybe?
They didn't all come, but we were at 12 at least, 14.
Really good. That's great.
But she knows how to coach, man. And she's got Mateo, her son, who's like 12 now.
Right.
Her husband is here.
They like being here.
I'm just saying that when the Yukon's open, she gets one of the calls.
Well,
that's
and
how
Matt
good. That's how good she is.
Matt says boosters better pony up some
Well,
cash.
she makes, I don't know, $1 million a year, but I don't know what these people make in women's basketball anymore. $1 million is a lot. It used to be like 100,000.
I know.
Rob Judson used to make $30 an hour in the 90s as an assistant coach at a Big Ten school. What? 60,000
Things have changed.
Oh my gosh, it's a $500,000.
Absolutely.
I mean, you can get defensive, offensive coordinators in football making $2 million now, easy.
I mean, was gas under $1 then? No.
Well, it's
No.
the increase has been a lot more than the gas. That would put gas at
Yeah.
about $1,100 a gallon.
So way to go, women.
Okay.
It's 5:30 tonight. Iowa would be probably obviously favored as a 2 seed. We're a 10 seed.
Right.
And we're the highest seed to make the quarters, I
That's
believe.
right.
So anyway, go Illini. Go. I wouldn't be shocked at all, but we got a really good team. If you want to take a look on the Big Ten Network tonight at 5:30, it's Illinois women's basketball. You'd said Gavin Newsom is Central casting me. He looks
This
good.
is for president, not women's coach. by
Not
the way.
women's
Yes.
coach. Johnny, he is the man. I don't know if we can beat Gavin Newsom under any circumstances because no matter what you say, he refutes it, and then he's so good at it. It might be totally untrue, but
He looks good saying it.
Well, he looks good saying it. Oh, yeah, you're right about that. And I agree with you on that.
And that's personable.
No, listen, it's a Bill Clinton. I feel your pain. I mean, he's got that connection, and I think he is definitely, no matter what, the 20 Democrats are going to try, stand in line. Get a cabinet position because I don't think you're going to beat Gavin Newsom, at least for the nomination.
Well, I think he's just got, unfortunately, the qualities that appeal. It's more of a popularity contest. And the other thing he's got going for him is we've heard so many bad things about everybody that you really just can't disparage anyone no matter what you say
Well, you
about
have
it. Because
you have
half the people wouldn't believe it, and maybe half the time it isn't true anyway. And in any case, it's like, well, they're worse than that. Well, everybody's doing that. Well, that's what he did. Well, you should have seen what your guy did.
So Katie Couric lists like 5 or 6 things that are fact. Well, it's been like that since Reagan, and and I agree with you on that, Katie. It's just just he can establish common ground, but I don't think a thing he says is true.
Well, he's quite the
he's so slick. He's as slick as Bill Clinton.
58 years old.
And then the Atlantic, a huge liberal thing. The Atlantic wrote this article, and it started out, with his silvery mixed gray hair, he stood in the shadows of the sun, peeping. It was just that kind of a prose.
Yeah.
They were looking for a hero.
Yeah.
And he's a guy you're going to like, and he's so handsome. All right? I mean, it matters. It matters, doesn't it?
The negative is he's done a terrible job as governor of California.
Oh, my gosh. Look at the governor, but he won't take blame for that.
Well, and he won't fix it either, and he's just running for president while he's still governor. Why don't you go back to your job? Holy Toledo.
Yeah. No, it's
Well, I feel like we've got that going on, don't
That's
we?
what
Governor
that
Pritzker is
reminds
around.
me. Well, yeah.
He can shoot for VP. You can get Pritzker with $6 billion to be VP because that could come in handy.
But Newsom's that's all he's doing. And he reminds me of Pete Buttigieg, the mayor of
Fort Wayne? No. What's it?
Well,
South Bend.
South Bend.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, he spent 2 years in Iowa. For the primary up there, and
Did
he
he?
did really
He did
well.
well, yeah.
He tied it or won it.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, he left the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That's
And they
right.
were paying him to be mayor.
Yeah.
That's right.
So anyway.
Okay, so Mark Wayne Mullen, you know much about the senator from Oklahoma?
He's a martial arts guy.
It was like he wanted to fight the union guy from. He said, "Let's go right now. Let's go."
Right.
I didn't know he was an MMA guy.
I think he's much more in a Holman mold, which is tough guy, but he's fair and he'll talk. He's logical. He fits that job. I didn't think Governor Nome was a good fit.
Right.
And then she went off and didn't fit. And so they're changing out.
So Mark Wayne Mullins.
By the way, she did a great job as governor of South Dakota.
South Dakota was happening, man. It's a.
He's only 48.
Well, he apparently has wrestlers in his family. His son is a wrestler. Apparently, he had an accident that was pretty bad in wrestling, and he was in a hospital. Donald Trump flew to California, where he was, and he sat there, and the staff he's right in the middle of the 2020 campaign. And they're saying, "Sir, we have to go. We have to go, sir. We have to go." And finally, he turned to him and said, "The plane is not leaving without me." And he sat for 15 more minutes just talking. And he said, "That's the kind of guy you don't hear about, that he's my friend and he's incredible." But he was telling, you never hear these kinds of stories about Donald Trump. You can hear about the silvery gray mix of Gavin Newsom and his hair and the sun shining on that kind of, but Donald Trump listens more than anybody would ever know. We've talked to several people that are inside meetings with him, that he listens and just intently asks the questions and makes the decision. That's a real gift from the business point of view of what are you doing today?
And that does go for both sides. You never hear one side saying much good about the other one, which right there's something wrong. But the way they do go after Trump and the people around him, they do some very good things that would inspire us and make us feel a lot better about this country. But it's the attack strategy, and it's too bad, because you like to hear good stories about everybody if you got one.
Well, meanwhile, a report on Fox this morning, just hours ago, that apparently Russia gave intel to Iran about one of our bases outside of Iran, which the Iranians shot at. And if Russia gave that information and helping in betting Iran, what's our move? Do we do anything with it?
No, you don't do anything. Wow. We don't need to poke that bear right now.
Well, they just gave up intel.
Yeah, no. Well, there's going to be some discussions. I don't think we're gonna. Did they hit our base or not?
I think they did. I don't know if anybody got hurt, but it's. I can't imagine anybody standing behind Iran right now. They're just decimated at this point. I don't know if they've ever been this way in the modern era. They've always had something, but I think if there's no air defense, what do you want to do? Just if this place we're talking about is as big as Alaska, that's a lot of air to fly.
Well, and they're not the type of folks that are going to surrender. So this could go
the
on. The
Revolutionary Guard, but maybe the underlings are ready to.
I think they're having some trouble there. So it just see how it evolves. I don't see us doing anything but the air attack and back in Israel. I don't think we're going on the ground under any circumstance.
So we have Hezbollah to deal with. Apparently they have 12,000 rockets left. I didn't know. So Hezbollah is alive in Lebanon, and of course Iran with whatever they have. But I don't think if I were appointed the leader of Iran, I'd tell anybody, because they're going to be able to find where I am. They're going to keep hitting the people that are, quote, in charge. So I don't know if they're doing a committee thing, but nobody knows who's calling the shots here.
Well, going back to Hezbollah, they're alive, but not for long, because Iran was their funding.
Yep.
And so that's basically over. And those proxies aren't going to be able to survive. They'll have to get money from Russia or China, but I don't think they're going to be anything like it's been. And that's the big deal about this.
Array of subjects. The next one is Brett Bielema talking to the media. He has a whole bunch. He has what's the guy from Michigan? He was a legend at Michigan. He says, "Yeah, I care about the maize and blue, but I'm here." Tyrone Wheatley. He was a big star for them. Anyway, he's one of our coaches now. Defensive has changed their whole scheme. They hired the head coach at Montana, who has an attack defense. They run a 3-3-5. They place athletes where they should go, and they absolutely attack. And I'm excited about that. You do have to have the athletes to fill the spots, and you do have to be able to coach them up to the system. But I love not laying back and letting a team score with 2 minutes left because we're in a prevent defense. Let's go after them. That might lead to 90-yard touchdowns because we missed an assignment.
I don't know. It might lead to no touchdowns.
Yeah, I know. I love the idea that Brett Bielema went after, and he wants to be a CEO. He wants the defense and this is a head coach of Montana stepped down because he's tired of all the stuff.
Yeah, that's a different. It's a admin, a lot of admin.
And so if Brett Bielema was sitting there saying, I was excited to have $5 million for my football program, and then there were teams doing 20,
yeah,
and now we've gone up and they're at 40.
Yeah.
Where does this end? Where does a $40 million football team in college, how do you possibly compete?
Well, you get 50, and then you get 60.
Where does so you're going to have linemen getting 2.5 and offensive linemen getting 1.5 and quarterbacks getting 5?
You're going to what you will have is a shift of who's the powerhouses, because it depends on the few people who are willing to spend that kind of money on college football. What the colleges, many of them don't know or don't want to play, they each have their own professional sports franchise of all their sports. It's professional. And you have to fund it or not. If you don't, you're going to get beat. You better schedule other schools that don't fund it, and it'll be fine. You'll have great games, and you'll have your championships, but it's a different league. And so you've got to, where does it end? I don't see it ending.
So
I don't know where it stops.
It'll be like the Dodgers buying whatever team they want every year.
Well, let's see. The limit would probably be the wealth of a certain person. What is Elon at? $420 billion?
Yeah, right.
So yeah,
where can you go to school?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
we'll give an honorary doctorate.
No, exactly.
Oh, we
won't pass that.
Not for a sports
student senate. Yeah, faculty senate. No,
Okay,
no
sorry.
chance.
Yeah.
They voted Shad down 78 to 26. Right. What the world are we doing?
Dang it.
Anyway, so it's just going to be up and up, and then people want limits. Well, guess what? If we have a $20 million limit, we're back to the old days of cheating, right?
Oh, no, that's exactly right. There's not any way to limit it. People want to win these things. They got nothing else.
And we were saying this back in the day, Stevie said, genie's out of the bottle.
Well,
I don't know how we're going to get this back.
I think that above the whatever limit it is, 22 million or whatever for every team, you can hire legally somebody to come to my hardware store and give him $1 million. Okay. You can do that. That's because he's working for us. It's again a mess. And if there's no caps and you cap it, they cheat. And I don't know how they wouldn't do what they used to do. And you had your normal 10 schools that were always good. You're going, how did they get all those guys that come to my school?
Well, you're going to also see a lot of impact on kids growing up and more getting involved in sports because there's more accessibility to real money.
Yeah, right.
When you're in high school, probably,
Yeah.
much less college. So it's a shift of the whole culture.
So
when you emphasize it to this extent.
If you have guys going to Europe making good livings and playing 8 or 10 years or whatever and making pretty good money, and if you have that going on, but yet you hire Europe to come play for your college team, they're not going to the G League. If they can't go to the NBA, they're not going back to Europe because they're making more in NIL. Isn't it logical, therefore, to say, I might have a lot of my team back that aren't going to get drafted in the NBA?
Things have changed. You could have your professional career in college. Where you going to go to play? I don't want to play pro NBA. I'm
Why
fine.
would I?
I'm happy here, and I got a good job after this to do the A, B, C, D, and enough money to really do what you want.
Yeah.
And
so this opens up, and what they've done too is to say the G League guys that went pro but didn't make it can now go back to college. So is it theoretically possible to give Io DeSumo $20 million a year and have him play college again? He's got another year.
He's been in the NBA. I have no idea how you make rules in an area where there are no rules.
Yeah, right.
But the G League guys are making $35,000 a year.
Yeah, that's right.
For the NBA, if you can get a good track record there and impress a few guys, you can make it in the NBA. But you're not getting paid anything in the G League.
Yeah.
Just stay in college.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you want to do.
Good
well,
point.
that's why I'm thinking Ivasic's I don't think are going to get drafted. So that means why wouldn't stay here? You'll make more. Kofi Coburn would have totally made a lot more.
Got a little bad advice.
Yeah,
bad
bad
advice.
advice.
But you look at Ivasic, he's not going to get drafted. I don't know if Stojakovic gets drafted this year. I think he would eventually, but I don't know if this is his year. Maybe second round.
Oh, these guys should stay.
Well, I think they should.
That's what's really changed. You have to make a decision. Do I go for it now or stay in college? You don't have to sacrifice anything.
Don't hire an agent.
You're going to get paid.
Well, that's right.
To stay, and you still have a shot. All you may have a little better chance because you got better.
Yeah.
So
well,
it's a real opportunity.
Will Riley and Kasparis Yakajonas both cashed in $20-30 million because they were in the first round. So you can't blame again. Keaton Wagler is totally got to go, right? It's too much money.
Well, he may not want to. He may get enough money. You know, if
he can gain some muscle mass, flexibility.
You start getting to $500,000.
Adam
Steve, think about it. $500,000, $1.5 million, $1.5 million. what are you really losing? You got one more year. Well, I get hurt. Okay, but
you can buy insurance for that too.
You can, but that is a factor. But you probably won't, and you'll have another year in college.
Oh, you get better, way better.
And a lot it people will advise them, you're never gonna get that back.
Yeah,
you can't go back
to
that age and that time. So it gives these great players an option.
Yeah,
they can get the $20 million next year, and
and get better and be a higher pick.
Maybe get more than that.
Yeah, right.
So.
And I just can't ever forget the image of Kevin Garnett, who is a great pro and won titles and everything. Won a title with Boston, but anyway, played at Farragut High School in Chicago. Came down to the Assembly Hall at the Elite Eight, got beat. His team got beat because they sagged in on him. He couldn't get the ball. And then he went pro. He went right to the NBA. And all these guys, these are men. These are 28-year-old men with families and 34-year-old, all these guys that are older. He was sitting in his hotel room alone at 18 years old playing Nintendo. That's what he knew what to do. And he had no family, no anything, but he was in the pros. But in college, you have you're big man on campus.
Yeah.
There's a huge difference. Your magazine covers, the TVs want to follow you. So it'll be fascinating because we could have an all-new team next year. We don't know anything about this. They come and go. It's just a business. I mean, everybody, David Markovic is going to get a call. Oh, you're only getting $500,000, man? Come on, we get 1.5. My agent says I get 1.5 over here. How do you got to raise the price of poker? It's all you can do. You said it. Get $50 million, right?
Yeah,
man, nuts.
I think some folks remember the old days when guys would stay in school. They weren't getting paid anything, a scholarship, and they wanted to stay in college. Are you going pro? No, I'm gonna finish my college years here because they like being in college.
Why not?
But now you can financially justify it, even though it's less maybe, and enjoy college because it's different when you get out there in the pros. You're in the real world.
They're not exactly interested in going to class too.
Well, some of them are.
There was a quarterback of mine who said, "I graduated 2 years ago, man."
Yeah, that's the other thing.
That's not good luck there.
Yeah. Well, and then how do you convince them to get an education because only 2% go pro? They're pro now.
That's right.
And they're making more money than they'll make with any degree they get. So
do you want to see the
an upside down
chemistry building? No, I don't, actually.
Right. That's way on the other side of campus.
All right, 7:52, ESPN 93.5, Friday, March 6th. Phones are open to you at text line 217-359-2255. That would be the Fisher National Bank text line. Here's meteorologist Greg Sollier. I know, it's incredible. Spring ahead an hour on the weekend. Don't forget.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign, and vicinity. Real spring days worth of weather ahead as we turn it partly sunny for the midday and afternoon. Gusty south wind with a record-setting high around 75 degrees and a couple of widely scattered showers and thunderstorms passing primarily north and west of Champaign and Champaign County during the course of the day today. Breezy, mild tonight. A couple of scattered showers and thunderstorms around early, but more broad-based after midnight tonight. Low down to 62. Tomorrow turning windy and cooler showers, maybe a thunderstorm in the morning, a partly sunny afternoon. 67 in the morning, falling to about 54 in the late afternoon on a gusty west wind. We'll clear it off tomorrow night, turn colder, down to 36. Sunshine, 62. Winds come back around into the gusty southwest direction for the day on Sunday. 73 on Monday, mid-70s on Tuesday, back into showers and thunderstorms over parts of the area. Cooler weather sets in for Wednesday, a couple of showers in the morning and a high at about 62. 50s for highs on Thursday, back into the low 60s next Friday. For TVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Spring is here, and so is that clutter. Ready to clear it out? Call 2 Men and a Junk Truck. We make spring cleaning a breeze with fast, friendly junk removal you can count on. Old furniture? Gone. Boxes? Bye-bye. Yard clutter? See ya. We do all the heavy lifting, so you can kick back and enjoy a clean, open space for the season ahead. More room, less stress, and a home you'll love. Starting now. Book today at 2menandajuncktruck.com. 2 Men and a Junk Truck. Junk removal made simple.
At NCAA Championships, noise is made here. Memories are made here. Champions win here. The only thing missing here is you. The National Collegiate Men's Gymnastics Championships, coming to Champaign, Illinois this April. Get your seats at ncaa.com/tickets.
PDR Automotive in Urbana is a locally owned repair shop, and they've now serviced over 250,000 vehicles in their near 50-year history. Now, that's more than 4 times the size of a sold-out Memorial Stadium. It's more than all Division I athletes in the country combined. That's more than the entire population of Champaign County. That's more than, well, you get the idea. When you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481. They are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Hi, this is Damon Hackelman, owner of Clean Ride in Champaign. As winter fades and spring rains move in, melting snow, heavy storms, and stressed pipes can quickly turn into flooding and water damage for homes and businesses across Champaign County. When water shows up where it shouldn't, every minute matters. At Clean Right, we're a family-owned and operated company with deep roots in this community, and we're ready with a 24/7 emergency response. Our certified, experienced technicians arrive fast to assess the damage and start the restoration process right away. Whether it's a flooded basement, burst pipe, or storm damage, we work to make the recovery quick and as stress-free as possible. Our mission is to return your property to clean, safe, like-new condition so you can get back to normal. We work alongside trusted expert partners to make the restoration process smooth and stress-free, guiding you every step of the way. Learn more or request emergency service anytime at cleanright.net.
All right, final few minutes of the hour. We'll come back for the whole nother hour. Stand by. I saw a clip of the first time Michael Jackson did the moonwalk.
Yeah. That was quite a moment.
He's pretty good at that. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, and Diane went on their honeymoon right before 9/11, got stuck in New York, all of that.
Yeah.
But she saw Michael Jackson the night before.
Absolutely. And then it was a tribute show with all these Motown artists, Gladys Knight and the Pips, the
That's really
Temptations.
cool, yeah.
It was such a great show. Luther Vandross.
That was the 10th of September, right?
Yes.
2001.
2001 at Madison Square Garden.
Was it full?
Oh, yeah.
And where were your seats?
I was just off to the right of the stage, but within 50 yards, I paid $800 a ticket.
Well, that time...
And that was pretty large back then.
Yeah, no kidding. But that was probably worth it. You could say that was worth it.
Man,
I want to say the show was like 3 or 4 hours. There were so many artists on that show. And then he did different performances in between. And then he had this little VIP area where he was sitting with Elizabeth Taylor, I feel like.
That's crazy.
And Macaulay Culkin was a buddy of his. And just hobnobbing with some of these people that were in town for New York City. And then to have the next morning be 9/11.
Wow. Unbelievable.
And we were supposed to go to LaGuardia and fly out that morning or that early afternoon. So we ended up renting a car. And
changed the world.
Driving on home.
Changed the world. I remember when he sat next to Brooke Shields at an Academy Awards when he had the red, like the braids on the military.
Oh,
look.
yeah.
And that time in 1987 when Brooke Shields came here when Johnny Cash was singing and sang for the first time on stage. And I was backstage back when the great late Gary O'Brien was at the Assembly Hall, and I befriended Terry Shields, Brooke's mother. And Terry, for some reason, liked the sweater I was wearing back when we wore sweaters. And I said to her, could I interview Brooke? And she looked at me and said, yes, I think you can. So we talked, and in the back, and here I am in a little circle with Waylon Jennings, Johnny Cash, Brooke Shields. It was Johnny's birthday. And they brought out a birthday cake with candles, and everybody's just standing around, I think, saying to him. And then I'm back in the back, and here comes Waylon Jennings, who should have been on the plane that killed Buddy Holly, but wasn't, because he traded his seat because I think Buddy wasn't feeling well and wanted to get the plane ride versus drive.
I got you.
And Waylon Jennings said, Brooke, we're leaving. And so Terry came up and said, here's our alias at the hotel. We're staying at Jumer's in Urbana.
Yeah.
Here's who you ask for when you come tomorrow morning and finish your
the alias for Brooke.
So I went to the hotel the next morning. I sat by Brooke in a booth, and I'm 1 foot from her, and her skin had never had anything on it. It was the most beautiful, smooth skin. It was just she'd never had a blemish. It was unbelievable. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
So she says, go on up to our room and finish the interview. So we talk, and I'm sitting there. And I said, tell me about Michael Jackson. It was right after the Academy Awards when she'd sat next to him, and she started to cry.
Aww.
She said she knew that he was different, but she also knew that she said, he's so much talent. It's like he's not of this world.
Huh.
It's unbelievable. And I asked her after, it was all over. And somewhere in my life, I have a picture, but I don't think I ever developed it. Anyway, I said to her, what is it in your life you haven't done? Because she's a pretty big star by the time she was 20-something years old, even a teenager.
Absolutely.
And I said, what haven't you done you want to do? And she said, I'd like to know how to paint. So I left, and I mailed her a paint by number. And
good for you,
she
Stevie.
sent me a box of books and autographs and a complete kit of all the good things. And she went on to have a family, and suddenly Susan and all these.
Oh, yeah.
She's probably near 60 years old
She's
now.
60.
Unbelievable.
Mm.
I don't know if she'd remember that, but I sent her a paint by number in 1987.
I'm guessing she would, actually.
All right, we're going to break. Be right back. That's Brother Johnny. There's Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
I'm Stevie J. Be right back after the news at 8 o'clock. Glad you're listening. Friday, March 6th. You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
This is a Fox News alert. More firing than hiring last month. I'm Dave Anthony. We just got that in the jobs report this morning.
We have a negative number for February non-farm payrolls, a loss of 92,000 jobs.
After 126,000 jobs were created in January. Hiring also revised down by 65,000 jobs in December. Fox Business Network Cheryl Cassoni also reports.
We are also seeing the unemployment rate tick up to 4.4%.
In another report, there was less shopping last month, a slight 0.2% decline in retail sales, and a big stock market sell-off is looming as the Iran conflict keeps driving up fuel costs as well. Oil up to $86 a barrel. A week ago, it was $65. And the price of the gas pump has surged up 33 cents in 4 days. Energy Secretary Chris Wright tells Fox this should be temporary as the U.S. works to secure fuel shipping lanes.
First, we got to get their ability to cause trouble way down. And then as soon as it's reasonable to do it, we'll escort ships through the straits and get the energy moving again.
And the U.S. and Iran keep bombarding Israel, keep bombarding Iran. Fox's Trey Yingst in Tel Aviv.
Fox News has learned some exclusive details about a strike overnight that took place in the Iranian capital of Tehran. A senior Israeli official telling Fox News that the bunker of Iran's former Ayatollah was targeted.
And as Iran keeps firing missiles at Israel, keeps shooting down Iran's missile launchers, also being targeted in strikes today. President Trump on Truth Social moments ago posted there will be no deal with Iran except unconditional surrender. After that, and in a selection of a great and acceptable leader, we and many of our allies and partners will work tirelessly to bring Iran back from the brink of destruction. Another Republican is planning to leave Congress. Tony Gonzalez has announced he is ending his bid for re-election in Texas. He was facing a May primary runoff in Texas. He had admitted having an affair with a staffer. America's listening to Fox News.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/Mike.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Pure Z's, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Pure Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies with a complementary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday. Let's do this Monday. ZQL Pure Z's, just for sleep. Really great sleep. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
Again, our top Fox News story, a surge in firing instead of hiring in February. 92,000 jobs were lost last month. The unemployment rate ticked up to 4.4%. And on Wall Street, Dow futures are down almost 600 points. Change is coming to Homeland Security. Secretary Kristi Noem has been fired, and Democrats are happy about it. After her controversial leadership of immigration enforcement, they call out of control.
This change in personnel is welcome. Kristi Noem was a disgrace, and we made clear what was going to happen, one way or the other.
That's House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries as Senate Democrats keep blocking new funding for Homeland Security, demanding ICE reforms. A Republican Senator, Mark Wayne Mullen, is President Trump's pick to replace Noem.
You know, the Department of Homeland Security has a very broad jurisdiction.
And I think there's a lot of work that we need to do.
Mullen's Senate colleagues will have to confirm him to be the next DHS secretary. As for Kristi Noem, the president's appointing her a special envoy to what he's calling Shield of the Americas. And tomorrow, the president will host a meeting of Latin American leaders.
The White House says the goal of the Shield of the Americas summit is to promote, quote, freedom, security, and prosperity in the region. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says heads of state will attend, including Argentina, Bolivia, Chile, the Dominican Republic, El Salvador, and Panama, among others. The president of Paraguay has posted about the invitation-only event on social media, saying it will, quote, strengthen cooperation and joint efforts in support of the security and stability of our nations. The event will be held at the Doral Cultural Arts Center, which is about a mile from the president's Trump National Doral Resort in Miami. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
At the World Baseball Classic, a blowout. Japan 13, Chinese Taipei nothing. The Japanese led by star Shohei Ohtani, who had a grand slam. Team USA plays its opening World Baseball Classic game tonight against Brazil. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Village of Homer advancing plans for a new water plant after years of infrastructure concerns. Village officials say the current system aging and increasingly expensive to maintain, prompting the push for full replacement. Engineers now preparing design work as well as cost estimates, and the project is expected to move into the funding phase that should take place later this year. Champaign teen is hospitalized after a shooting. Police were spotted at the 1500 block of Mattis Avenue on Wednesday. The 15-year-old victim had suffered a gunshot wound and was taken to the hospital in stable condition. Police are looking for witnesses or suspects. School officials say it was a search for a suspect from Minnesota that forced a soft lockdown at Mattoon High School. Police say an update to Facebook after the lockdown Tuesday. They say the U.S. Marshals Service canvassed the general area near the high school. That suspect was taken into custody and lockdown was eventually lifted. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
All right, Jim, thank you so much. Into the 8 o'clock hour we go. I'm Stevie J. There's Diane Ducey. Brother Johnny is here in town. Good to have him today. Greg Solier is our meteorologist. Skies have cleared pretty much in downtown Philo, Illinois. And yeah, the temperature is like, okay, I knew it was going to be warm, but, you know, being 94 years old, I get cold easy. So
we can break a record.
Yeah. Maybe, you know, I hear you. Air conditioning. I love air conditioning, but it's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah,
so.
It's lovely, and we really do have, you know, I know it could snow 100 inches between now and April. I get it, but I like it, man. This is a nice break, and it looks like, I believe, we're over the hump from the standpoint of long-term winter. We're going to have longer days. The whole thing is happening. Remember, we spring ahead on the clocks and go to bed Saturday.
That's right.
But as I discussed,
I do better on the fall back aspect of the time change.
Extra hour sleep.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, as I pointed out at the beginning of the program, this is only a reminder because, for the most part, not everyone, we don't have clocks. We don't have clocks.
Yeah, that's yeah.
And by the way,
like you said, there's a couple here in the house.
Anecdotally, they've never had clocks in casinos. Anybody know that?
Right.
I did not know that.
Why would they want you to know what time it is?
Right.
Just stay staring at your machine and you'll win it back.
And a lot of times they'll pump some oxygen in so you're feeling bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
They keep those cocktails rolling too.
Wow.
So.
Stuff I've learned, but the clock thing, the oxygen, and that women playing quarters in basketball, college.
Well, and I want to change the subject. Is it actually going to rain tomorrow? The radar doesn't look like it's going to rain tomorrow.
Well, that's tomorrow.
Yeah,
tomorrow's.
That's
what it's going to rain. Not necessarily today. And back to that subject. I can get a shout out to the folks at Channel 3.
Of course, sure.
Yeah,
you're on TV right?
I think it was Kevin Lighty, maybe the other guy, but they put together a graphic. If you were to take the next, let's say planting begins, ramped up, whatever, full tilt run at it by this time in 2 months out, so early to mid-May. In order to get the water table, the subsoil moisture, I think there's a gentleman who said he's dry all the way down to 8 feet.
Yeah.
In order to get back to normal in a 2 months time frame, you would need essentially anywhere between a foot and a foot and a half of rain. Total, you would need that, and that's about 2 inches of rain a week between now and let's say the 10th to the 15th of the month of May. They put a nice graphic together to show that we're the worst of it here and across into Indiana and Ohio in that worst extreme drought corridor. So if that were to happen, forget it. We wouldn't be out there in the fields until almost 4th of July.
Too much rain.
Yeah.
Kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we probably won't quite get back to normal.
No.
So this is not gonna. And then if you throw a weak El Nino into, which we're thinking is going to be the summertime pattern, yeah, the rains tend to be more timely. If you strengthen the El Nino, sometimes the D word is reestablishing itself across the area. So this may be kind of a fighting issue that we have to deal with going forward here for the next several months through the heart of the planting and growing season.
Aren't you on Channel 3 weekly as well?
Yeah, that This Week in Agribusiness television program. I don't know, like 5 in the morning. I think,
All right,
I don't know,
that's
Saturday, Sunday.
noon.
Yeah, I'm on there with those guys too. So.
Noon for some of us. Come on, man.
All good.
That's
All
right.
good,
No,
yeah.
you're right. You're right. That is
5
really
a.m. Channel 3, see Greg Solier and wonder why he's not on TV regularly.
That's right.
So good. Okay, we check your weather. Meteorologist Greg Solier with a look at the weekend, sir. The floor is yours.
Well, thank you. And when we do the podcasting thing, that's really, we do it right here from the weather office. We'll have an update around 9:30 this morning. We do a live stream mid-stretch of the month. We'll tell you when we get together that. You can just see the finely decorated, never mind. Anyway, a nice mild morning out there. We're already at 60 over at Danville. Willard and Savoy checks in at 59, 57 at Rantoul. And the showers and thunder are soaking this time where we actually need more rain. Not here in southward, but to the north and northwest along the Illinois River, up into areas just west of Chicago through southern Wisconsin. That will stay generally to our north and west. May catch some of our lessening areas on a scattered coverage basis late this morning and this afternoon. Record and near record setting highs for the day today at about 75 degrees and a south wind at 15 to 25 miles per hour in gusty. The record is 74 set back in 1956, by the way. 62 for tonight. Stray shower thunderstorm chance this evening. Better odds after midnight. Tomorrow, Johnny, the rain will come through the morning. A rumble of thunder, maybe 67 in the morning, 57 by mid to late afternoon. The skies begin to break. Clearing off colder tomorrow night. 36 sunshine, not bad. 62 on a southwest wind Sunday. 73 Monday. 70s Tuesday. More rain there. And a couple of more spells of shower activity Wednesday with temperatures in the lower 60s. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Greg Solier, 8-11. Illinois plays Maryland, 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon. Will be big favorites, but you got to go play. Maryland's kind of owned me. They've won 7 of last 10 against me, I think. So beat Maryland.
And that game's on Fox.
Fox and national television game, Fox 2 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. And then we got the Big Ten tournament, and it looks like we're good. If we lose, it's possible we play Thursday, but not likely because Wisconsin would have to beat Purdue at Purdue, and I don't think that'll happen. I don't know. You never know. They beat Michigan and Illinois at their place. So anyway, we win against Maryland. We're, I think, a 3 seed.
3 seed.
Because Michigan State plays at Michigan. Even if they lose, they'll have the tiebreaker on me because they won that game in overtime.
We need to win that game. We don't want to be a 4 seed.
No.
That means we play Michigan before the championship.
Yeah, we don't want that. We want to play them
And
on
I'm
Sunday.
counting on that championship game.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay.
So Illinois, Maryland, then it's Big Ten, and then we're planning a little pool action here. Get a bracket, and for the NCAA tournament where you could win season tickets to Illinois football.
That's great.
So
that's right.
We'll look for that. That'll be coming up a week from Monday.
Yeah. And you'll hit up StevieJay.com for all the details. So pretty cool that we're doing that. I love the brackets. Isn't it fun?
It is.
Have you ever gotten, deep, Johnny, on some of your picks?
Well, I tip my hand. I put Illinois to win every time.
Okay.
So and we've been close,
Yeah.
but no, I haven't really done very well in that. And it's a very difficult. How's it like to get them all right? What are the chances?
Well, do you know
What are the odds?
Warren Buffett offered that like 3 years ago with Rocket Mortgage, and they said if you get every game, it's $1 billion.
And it wasn't even close.
No,
that's like the Powerball.
No, yeah, it might be. Well, the Powerball is $297 million to 1. So I determined essentially you'd have to be on the moon and wait till America is facing you, throw a rock, and it lands on your grill. That's kind of the odds. Kind of.
Well, but it's almost as bad with the. There's always someone's going to bank in a 3 and cost you $1 billion.
That's right. I don't know how far people have gotten. I think people might have made it into the even Elite 8. I think that's
wow.
It depends on how many ones make it. And depends on what area you're in, because around here there will be a lot of people picking Illinois. And I think, yes, we can go deep, but the chances of shooting like that that many times in a row, we got to shoot well to win, I think. I think it comes down to that 3.
Well, I think we can mitigate that by going inside a little more. So we'll see who we're playing and matching up. And then the offensive rebounds come into play. So
we gotta continue.
adds up. Everything matters.
It's not easy because, Big Ten tournament, they start the Big Ten tournament, all 18 teams play in it now. That's never happened. So they start Tuesday.
Yeah.
What if you got hot? You play Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You can't possibly play 6 in a row, can you? There's
no.
Well,
you can play. I don't see
you
winning.
won't have legs. Remember the team that Lon Kruger's team went to Chicago? It was at United Center, and Rob Judson was an assistant coach and took one jacket. And
we won 5 games. We won 4.
We won 3 and got to the 4th.
It was 4 games in a row.
And it was Mateen Cleaves. The year was 2000, and they won the national title that year. It was the only time Michigan State won it with Tom Izzo was in 2000. But we just couldn't jump.
the championship game. Yeah.
I think you can go 3. When Steve Alford was coaching Iowa, they won Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They won 4. That's the only time I think that 4 in a row every day.
Iowa did that?
Iowa did that.
Okay.
I think that's the only time.
That is tough.
All right, it's 8:15, ESPN 93.5. Nice win for the Fighting Illini women. Shauna Green. Yay. Shauna Green.
Senator Kennedy.
I did it again.
You just like Kennedy.
I do. Shauna Green after the ball game, our coach.
Just a really great basketball game. Michigan State, give them a lot of credit. They're really good. Blair is extremely difficult to defend. So it was just a hard-fought game, but really proud of our resilience, our toughness down the stretch. We've had, to end the season, we had 2 really tight games that came down to the final minutes, and I thought we really did a good job of learning from those scenarios, our staff, our players, and putting them into action. Even, we had that turnover late, and in that timeout, all we talked about was the next play. Like we just got to get a stop. This is what we're doing defensively. And I thought we were able to flip our minds quickly and come up with the big stop down the stretch. So just really proud of our guys. Great balance in terms of having 5 people in double figures, had some foul trouble, but just the toughness and again the ability to execute down the stretch is something that we struggled with in our final 2 regular season games, and could not be more proud of this team from being able to learn and execute.
There's Shauna Green. We play Iowa tonight, 5:30. It's 10. That's us, a 10 seed against number 2
seed and 9th ranked in the AP. So, and they've won before, and it could be a little bit of a revenge match, So,
well, let's win. I mean, sometimes you get in these roles, Johnny. You can win these games.
No question. Well, sounds like they were on their way to beating them already.
Up
a
7
weeks
with
ago.
5 minutes to play. We were winning by 7.
Obviously, we can.
Yeah, we know that.
In men's basketball yesterday in the Big Ten, number 3 Michigan beat Iowa 71-68.
Close.
Michigan State over Rutgers 91-87.
Close.
We also have Illini softball in action down in Louisville. LIU today. Baseball is at number 20 USC with that game at 8 o'clock, but it's out on the West Coast. Wrestling in the Big Ten Championship. So go Illini all around. Of course, you already mentioned how we have our Illini men in action Sunday at 2 at Maryland, and that game is on Fox. The men's tennis team is taking on Northern Illinois University at 12:30 today. That game added in. And Oregon at 6 o'clock tonight, in case you want to head to the Atkins Tennis Center. We were talking with Brad Dancer last week about how fun it is. Mm-hmm.
All right, 8:17, ESPN 93.5. Christian owns the CrossFit gym at 5th and University, and they have what's called the Open. It ends up on ESPN in August. I will not be there. They only take the top 30 men and the top 30 women in the world.
You could pull an upset.
It's fascinating, though, Johnny, because I really can't do this. I mean, I'm from the standpoint of here's the workout. I have to scale it because of my age and all the other factors that I'm not that good. But I haven't felt the emotion of competition since high school. I haven't felt that feeling of, okay, what am I going to do? I got to think about my strategy, all that stuff. So I love doing it. And there's generally a crowd for these, even at the gym.
Cool.
Local gym, and there's cheering and all these other things.
Well, you're good in your age bracket. I mean, you're doing fine.
You're holding your own, Stevie.
Yeah. I'm number 1 in the county because I'm the only man my age in the county that's doing an official CrossFit competition.
A win is a win. So.
That's right. Take it. Anyway, I'm excited for it, but it's just the amount of thought that goes into these is amazing. But the CrossFit athlete It's finding the
difficult.
Fittest person in the world is their goal. And you can't be big and bulky. You can't be super thin. You got to be strong and quick and athletic and gymnastic.
Right.
And it's really
Robert
really
F. Kennedy Jr. might be pretty good.
He'd be creaming me. Oh my gosh, he's 71 too.
Is he?
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
As you celebrate
That's
that
a good age.
Oh, I know that. 71 used to be old until Johnny turned. He looks fantastic.
Look at that guy Kennedy, man.
You guys are comparable. As you celebrate that special person in life, give them the love letter that lives on, an estate plan. Preparing an estate plan ensures your family and financial goals are met after you're gone. You never know, and when the inevitable does come for us, make sure it's there for your loved. They'll really appreciate having a plan. Complete a message to my loved ones, no matter your stage in life, from Busey Wealth Management. It's a packet that will help outline your life, your legacy, your wishes through fill-in-the-blank style questions. It might not seem relevant right now, but having a plan is a key part of your financial wellness. For more advice on estate planning and other financial topics, connect with Busey on Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn. Busey Wealth Management is there to guide you through the estate planning process, and important to have it. Call 800-67-BUSEY to discuss your wishes and to request a message to my loved ones. If you would like information, simply call Busey. Get hold of them again through Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn as well. Investment product services not FDIC insured, may lose value, no bank guarantee. Busey, for over 158 years, member FDIC.
Logan, everyone, let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign, Benefit Saturday. Widespread fog to contend with here through the early
month. The slump was not expected. The U.S. economy lost 92,000 jobs in February, and the unemployment rate rose to 4.4%. Also, revisions to December and January reveal 69,000 fewer jobs created than previously reported. Economists were expecting job creation of 59,000 last month, and the unemployment rate holding at 4.3%. Crude oil prices are higher again this morning. Energy Secretary Chris Wright sees crude oil and gas prices stabilizing in weeks in the worst-case scenario, not months. Wright tells Fox and Friends as soon as it's safe and reasonable to do so, ships will be escorted and energy will be moving again. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosola. Invested in you.
I'm Dana Perino. This week on Perino on Politics, I'm joined by Managing Director at Beacon Global Strategies and host of the NatSec Matters podcast, Michael Allen. Available now on FoxNewsPodcast.com, wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
I'm Chanley Painter. This week on the Fox True Crime Podcast, we uncover the truth behind the notorious Atlanta Gold Club.
Listen and follow now at foxtruecrime.com.
Or wherever you get your favorite podcast.
You know, with like Lands Inc., we specialize in, we've got an amazing HVAC department that takes care of your furnace, you know, your heat system, air conditioning, they do that. Yeah. And for us in Underground, we take care of all your pipes that come into your home, leave your home, and work around your home to keep it dry, you know, your drainage system, sump pumps, things like that. And exactly what you said, if you don't know, you know, a couple decades ago, it was more like, oh, something broke, go fix it, repair it, no big deal. Well, now with the technology, we have cameras, like you said, that we can come in on these Orange Comfort Clubs, and we can camera your sewer lines underneath your house and check them out just to make sure they're fine. If there's something wrong with it, we can show you right then. You know, truth is in seeing it. Yeah. We show it to you, and then you can plan as a homeowner for making those repairs or dealing with that issue later on. If it's an immediate need, at least you're not caught off surprise.
That sewer camera inspection with a proper clean out. I was just learning more at landsinc.com.
Nothing like a good acapella, huh? Unity High School hosted in the great auditorium. Diana, are you
Polly Anderson Auditorium?
The Polly Anderson Auditorium. Are you?
Which Stevie and I both sang for Polly.
Have you been involved in this before, Diana?
I'm kind of nervous. It's a new experience.
All right, it's all out a cappella tonight. We got Jess Schriefer and her mother Vanna are in our studio.
It's vice versa. Jess is the mom. Vanna is our singer with Surreal
In our
Sound.
studio, we've got Jess, mom of Vanna Schriefer, and you guys singing? Are you singing Surreal Sound? You singing that?
Yeah,
So-
We'll be performing tonight at 6:30.
Is that why this is so good? Because you're in it?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Man, tell me why you like to sing.
I love to sing because it's just been something I've done my whole life, and being able to build that skill, and it's just, there's always such a good community around it, and you can find so many ways to plug in with it and find so many friends through it. So not only is the skill itself fun, but the communities that it brings you to.
I mean, it's amazing when you really hit it. Do you know when you really hit it? Or when
Yeah.
You know,
you can feel it.
Can you?
Oh, yeah.
You know when somebody's off?
Oh, yeah. You can definitely tell that, too.
Do you jet, and look at him and give him the evil eye?
With the big smile.
There you go, because you're performing live.
You don't just get out of bed and do this. It takes a lot of work, doesn't it?
Yeah, we start in the first month of school and work all year for this event.
Really?
So, yeah.
How many songs do you get?
This
ready?
year we're doing 3 songs.
Okay.
So,
Since September, October, November, December, January.
yeah, this year we picked one pretty hard song. It's very collegiate level. It's Landslide by Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, I love
and
that.
it's taken us a good chunk of the year to learn.
It's difficult, but
yeah.
it's so cool.
Yeah, it's
everybody
gonna be really
recognizes
pretty.
it too.
How many people in Surreal Sound, your a cappella
This
group?
year we have 14 members.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And it's co-ed now.
Yes.
When my daughter Gabrielle was saying, it was all girls back in the day, but it's had different, looks, and which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And this is our 20-year anniversary. And I recall seeing Polly in the audience and so many music directors. And this is kind of to facilitate music in Unit 7 and make sure people if they need scholarships for summer camps. I mean, I feel like back in the day it was $1,000 or something for my girls, and they both wanted to go to the big show choir camp at Milligan, and it was such a great opportunity because they had some really good choreographers. One was with High School Musical, which was all the rage back in the day, and they would learn all these different techniques of dancing and stuff. So it was well worth it to get that scholarship money and have that assistance from the Unity Music Boosters. So the 20th anniversary tonight starts at 6:30. Now, Vanna and really Jess, you've got some auction items that are awesome.
Oh, that's part of this too?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you got to auction off there, Jess?
The big silent auction item is a weekend in Michigan, donated by Carrie and Bonnie Willard, who started All Out Acapella 20 years ago.
Wow.
They
Yeah,
generously
Carrie and Bonnie.
donated that.
And we can bid on that, and it's use it before May 31st, I believe. But you can find a lot of this stuff when you do an online search to All Out Acapella and find out all these baskets, great experiences and things like that people can bid on. Of course, there's raffle tickets and things like that. The bake sale with Reg Cakes and Regina Johnson, bringing all her gluten-free cupcakes and things like that. I know I've got some cosmic brownies and some cinnamon rolls coming, so we're just so excited to support Unity Music in this look tonight. Actually, I have an extra ticket or two in case people want to text in AOA and want to go tonight after 6:30. It's 359-2255 here on ESPN.
What are tickets? How much do they cost?
Only $15.
Less than a
$10 for a student, too.
Oh, come on.
And seniors? Mm-hmm.
So that's like 8 months of work. You're only getting $10 for somebody to come. Come on. Vanna, we got to charge a little more money for this stuff. No, this is really fun. What group do you like? The extension cords? Do you have a group you really like?
Ooh, I would say my favorite right now is the Acapellas because we have 2 Unity alum in it. We have Dean Neiswanger and Connor Cahill. And then we also have in secondary dominance Desiree De Los Santos. So I just love watching my friends from previous years, get to continue doing acapella on stage and come back to Unity to be able to do it. It's such an awesome opportunity.
So these groups are from U of I and ISU.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, that's exciting. We hope it goes well. I don't know if you say break a leg for this kind of a show. If it's theater, you do. But I know you'll do wonderfully, and you're excited to do this, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, super excited.
Yeah, that's one. You waited a long time. You got a big show tonight. And again, people can get to Unity and buy it at the door if they
That's
like.
right. If you want to come on up, Unity High School, and get there about 6 so we can get things settled in and start the show on time. Mike Roy is also assisting as a former Unity Music Booster president like myself. So we're excited to be supporting Unit 7 Music. UnityMusicBoosters.org has all the details on how to get to the link for tickets.
Well, have a great show tonight, Vanna and Jess. Thanks for your support as an all-star mother. That's wonderful, and all the work you've done on this is fantastic.
And Vanna, you're going to U of I, right?
Oh, yeah, next year for recreation, sport, and tourism.
Wow.
I love
Where
that.
do you see yourself in 10 years? Any idea?
Yeah, no, I'm not really sure. Hopefully using that degree, kind of important thing to do
You
with college.
you had a lot of confidence. I like that.
Yeah.
Good
and
job,
she
Mom.
likes event planning and all that.
Oh.
It's a great
planning
zone.
events, traveling.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, listen, thanks for coming in, and thanks for sharing your talent.
Yeah, thank you so much for having
Our
me.
pleasure. All Out Acapella tonight.
20th anniversary. UnityMusicBoosters.org.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is a song.
All Out Acapella. You hear this tonight. That'll be fun.
From Surreal Sound.
All right, ESPN 93.5. It's 8:29. We'll be right back.
My love took it down. I climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in snow-covered hills till the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I've built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too.
I'm Therese Crowley. Bunker busting in Iran. 50 Israeli jets pounding the bunker once used by the dead Ayatollah to dispatch other Iranian leaders hiding there, while the U.S. sank an Iranian drone mothership. CENTCOM Commander Brad Cooper says we're turning Iran's attack drone technology back on them.
This was an original Iranian drone design. We captured it, pulled the guts out, sent it back to America, put a little Made America on it, brought it back here, and we're shooting it at the Iranians.
Defense contractors called to the White House about boosting U.S. missile production, and with oil prices surging, White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles reported urging Trump advisors for ideas to bring down the price of gas up over 30 cents a week. Rough Labor Department report just in, surprise plunge in jobs. 92,000 lost in February, and the unemployment rate ticks up to 4.4%. America's listening to Fox News.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
What is most important to you in your life? This is Eric Bolin with Provident Financial Group. Whether you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients like you realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Illini fans know when you want the best, you get Jets. Order a large one-topping Detroit-style pizza for just $16.99 when you use promo code LJETS. Or up your game with a large combo for the whole family. Get a large one-topping Detroit-style pizza, your choice of bread and dipping sauce, and a 2-liter Coca-Cola product for just $26.49. Use promo code COMBO and follow Jet Pizza Champagne on Facebook and Instagram. It's not pizza, it's Jets.
Here's a look at local news Champaign teen is hospitalized after a shooting. Police responded to the 1500 block of Mattis Avenue on Wednesday. The 15-year-old victim had suffered a gunshot wound and was taken to the hospital in stable condition. Police are looking for witnesses or suspects. School officials say it was a search for a suspect from Minnesota that forced a soft lockdown at Mattoon High School. Police say an update to Facebook after the lockdown Tuesday. They say the U.S. Marshals Service canvassed the general area near the high school. That suspect was taken into custody and lockdown was eventually lifted. Village of Homer advancing plans for a new water plant after years of infrastructure concerns. Village officials say the current system aging and increasingly expensive to maintain, prompting the push for a full replacement. Engineers now preparing design work as well as cost estimates, and the project is expected to move into the funding phase that should take place later this year. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Joe Miller.
Here's what somebody recently said at Pards in Urbana. I was there just a few minutes, and somebody came up and asked if I needed help. And they were incredible, helped me find the size of boot I needed, and then I bought a second pair too. Everything was friendly, everything was excellent. Visit Pards in Urbana, 206 North Maple, between Main and University in Urbana. It's Pards Western Shop since 1968. Or go online and visit pards.com, pards.com.
Hi, I'm Troy Lands from Lands Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now at Lands, it's a great time to buy a new Trane heating and cooling system. We are offering special financing or up to $1,500 off any qualifying Trane system. At Lands, we know what it takes to deliver exceptional comfort, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee. So if you are thinking of a new comfort system, now is the time to buy. And remember, it's hard to stop a Trane. I'm Troy Lands. You can count on my company because you can count on me.
Former Illini Terrence Shannon Jr. of the Minnesota Timberwolves about Ben Quattrone from Sarah Champaign.
What kind of friend has he been?
Unbelievable. Ever since I came to this dealership, me and Ben had interactions. He's been a great person this whole time. It still is. I always would recommend him to anybody about a car or anything. He's always going to be there for you no matter what. He always be behind you. He's just a great person.
Visit sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA champagne.com.
Logan, everyone, let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Real spring days worth of weather ahead as we turn it partly sunny for the midday and afternoon. Gusty south wind with a record-setting high around 75 degrees and a couple of widely scattered showers and thunderstorms passing primarily north and west of Champaign and Champaign County during the course of the day today. Breezy, mild tonight, a couple of scattered showers and thunderstorms around early, but more broad-based after midnight tonight. Low down to 62. Tomorrow turning windy and cooler showers, maybe a thunderstorm in the morning, a partly sunny afternoon. 67 in the morning, falling to about 54 in the late afternoon on a gusty west wind. We'll clear it off tomorrow night, turn colder, down to 36. Sunshine, 62. Winds come back around into the gusty southwest direction for the day on Sunday. 73 on Monday, mid-70s on Tuesday, back into showers and thunderstorms over parts of the area. Cooler weather sets in for Wednesday, a couple of showers in the morning and a high at about 62. 50s for highs on Thursday, back into the low 60s next Friday. For TVJ Broadcasting, I'm Beatrice Greg Solier.
Back in the day, we used to have something called unofficial. It's like a party on campus that we don't want, that people used to come to. It's still on.
Yeah, I wear my green on the weekend on campus. Let's go.
Well, I can tell you that Matthew went to the University of Illinois, and it was getting way out of hand when he was
really?
there.
I think it's mid-90s is when it kind of started.
It was big.
2004, 2000.
That's when Matthew was there, and they actually said, "We're not doing this anymore."
They've tried,
but they did it anyway.
Yeah, people come here for it. It says on the News Gazette front page, while recent years parties haven't been the massive ragers associated with unofficial over the years, the University of Illinois police still plan to be active in making sure the community is being safe and responsible. And with the warm weather, it doesn't help me either. That's for sure. That's coming from Abigail Reisner, spokesperson for U of I Police. A ticket from UIPD is expensive, but it's nowhere as expensive as a trip to the hospital due to overconsumption. This weekend marks another unofficial celebration at the U of I when fraternities, bars, individuals set up for a day's worth of partying and drinking. And I think if we're in the town long enough, we've all been at least aware of it. Unofficial began as an unofficial St. Patrick's Day. That's So it's 11 days from St. Patrick.
It's because they're gone on spring break.
Well, it's not my fault. Celebrate on the right day.
That's why it's unofficial.
It's unofficial. Okay. Yeah. Opportunity to party on a day separate from the holiday since U of I spring break. Okay, yeah, I got that.
There
Unofficial instead typically takes place first Friday of March. In past years, Champaign and Urbana city officials have gone so far as to issue restrictions on alcohol sales during the weekend in a bid to reduce higher rates of arrest for battery, disorderly conduct, but they wrote combat.
Oh, well, you've got combat on.
Wow.
We've got combat on.
A little AI adjustment there.
Disorderly combat. That's what it says. Property damage and other charges related to intoxication. So we've had our horrible events and people have died and stuff like that.
I know.
I've done ride-alongs with the great Joe McCullough, U of I Police, and I've done that, and it's quite eye-opening. And I was down there when it was a little bit more going on, but hopefully it's a very boring night for our police this weekend, and we keep it under control. But yeah, so what we got is what we got. And big game tonight. Illinois and Iowa played 5:30. Good luck, Shauna Green. They're in the Elite Eight of the Big Ten Women's Tournament.
Taking on Iowa.
And Unity plays in Monticello at the Monticello Sectional against Teutopolis, who's the only team to beat the Unity Rockets this year twice. By 6 points the first time, by 1 point the second time. Hopefully Unity can get over the hump and make it to what would be the Elite Eight. This is essentially the old Sweet 16. Tonight's game is there's only 16 teams left, so if we win, we would play Tuesday night somewhere, I don't know where, and then if you win that, you go to the State Farm Center in Champaign to play in the Final Four.
Nice.
And it's so the Unity has this incredible class, but nobody in the history of the school. Maybe I'd like to know another high school coach that's won as many games as Matt Franks has in the first 3 years of being head coach here.
Great.
Because he 24, 25, and 31.
Amazing.
30. It's really incredible. So Unity is a really good team. Well coached, and against a very tough Teutopolis, who'll bring their entire community. So it'll be packed in Monticello tonight at 6:30. Go Rockets! See if you can get to the Elite Eight, which would be Tuesday. So rooting for them for sure. And it's always fun to track basketball. It's March Madness, man. I'm gonna get that theme. The theme is ready. That'll be coming up a week from Thursday. The play-in games will be a week from Tuesday. And then it's like Illinois beat Maryland and do well in the Big Ten tournament. If so, I think we're firmly in it.
When is the Big Ten tournament?
Next weekend.
Yes.
It starts Tuesday because 18 teams.
Oh,
play.
that's
the Big Ten tournament in United Center.
And
Big
then
Ten tournament.
the next week is the NCAA.
Sunday night, a week from Sunday, we have Selection Sunday.
Okay.
And will Illinois hold on to a 2 seed, which is widely thought? If we do beat Maryland and win a game or two in the Big Ten, I think we're a 2.
Right.
Because we have 7 quad 1 wins or 8. We're one of the top teams that have won that.
No, I want that too. Yep.
Two's better than 3, and one's better than 2.
I think Michigan and Illinois could end up playing in the NCAA in the last game, but they have to be on opposite sides.
Yeah,
and they're going to have to play their best basketball.
Yeah,
right. And that's it come up too, is what hub will we play? Will it be St. Louis and things like that?
One of the guys that got hurt for Michigan at the Illinois game, I think, was a key figure. First guy off the bench, just Kaysen had a torn ACL or something.
He played the rest of the game.
In that game, but he was out for the season
that's
now.
Too bad.
Oh, that's a huge deal.
Yeah.
That's a huge deal.
No, I hate them using. I don't want them to lose anyone. We can beat them.
No, exactly. Let's play him. But that's one of the best guys they have off the bench, and he's so athletic. He's only a freshman. He's going to be around a while. But Michigan's obviously great. They had a tough game in Iowa, 71-68. Iowa was right there. At
Iowa's
the end.
good, Steve.
Man.
So. Look, they've got Who do you have? You have Duke. You have Arizona.
You have Connecticut.
Yep.
Again, I don't
UConn.
like Connecticut.
I know.
And you got Florida. They won it last year, and they're good. They've got their thing together now.
We can sick Michigan on UConn, and then we can take
get
Michigan.
rid of them.
There we go. I like that.
I think, and obviously every year in the NCAA, except maybe Connecticut 2 years ago when they beat us, they didn't have a close game. I don't think.
I don't.
Usually there's a bounce or two that has to go your way, a free throw or something. There's always going to be a play down the stretch in these games that are so competitive. Illinois, I just hate to say this, but we have to win 2.
Yes.
You just got to get to the Sweet 16 with this team because the expectations have been so
They can do that.
high.
They just have to play hard, and it's no gimme.
No gimme.
I think you saw what happens in the NCAA. If you want to know, just go back and look at the UCLA game. they just came alive.
Yeah.
And they shot 90% for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And we definitely kind of cruised a little bit up 23. Just look out, because it could be any of them.
Yeah.
Anybody in that tournament.
They can
go crazy.
But if we get up again, I don't think we'll let up. I think
that's not
learned something.
No, that's not going to happen again.
And now, even though our game against Oregon got down to 13,
but there again, that's not losing the game.
Right?
It got down to 13, and they came.
Push it back up.
Yeah.
No, I think you learn stuff, and this team is. But I do think we need Andrei Stojakovic to be good, and we need all the factors of our 8 guys need to play well and play their role. And Ben Hummerkaus and.
Yeah, they can do it. It's fun to watch.
Yeah.
Them. But we'll got a lot of basketball coming up in the next.
Jake Davis, he can be really good off that bench. Oh, he starts now, actually. Anyway, it'll be fun, and we'll see if they can close the door in Maryland on Sunday afternoon. I'm
just taking a peek at some of the text coming in at 359-2255. Wagler projected to be picked somewhere between 5 and 10. Those picks get $4-6 million a year. Not sure we could match that when we were talking NIL money and things like that. And Ryan had contributed out of Fisher. What's the graduation rate of basketball and football players now pre-NIL?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't get a lot of credits in a year of flat basketball because you're gone.
Yeah.
So graduation rates, it's kind of an old-fashioned term that doesn't even apply.
When we went to L.A. and stayed a week, Brad was saying, we break out for 2-3 hours with tutors. They do school. So Illinois is doing it.
Well, and if they stay in school, they can graduate. We had that was emphasized when I was back in the 70s. They would talk about that. The coach, he's got a great graduation rate.
Yeah, right.
And you don't hear anything about it. When kids are in school 1 or 2 years, they're not probably going to get a degree at that time.
Let me go to our associate Chat GPT.
Okay.
What is the graduation rate for NCAA Division I major college basketball and football? Question mark. Let's see what happens
That's
here.
an interesting question.
Mm-hmm.
Here is the answer, because it only takes 2 seconds to scan all the information in the world.
That's crazy.
The graduation rate for NCAA Division I athletes depends on metric used and the sport. I said football, basketball, though. Men's Division I basketball, 66 to 84%.
That's not that bad.
Depending on cohort and demographic groups. Football, 67 to 82. The overall Division I athletic graduation rate is 90%.
Wow.
Well, you got to think they're not a ton getting a ton. They are trying to. Parents want them to finish, because you went there. The parents usually advocate strongly for it. All Division I athlete, there's a 90% graduation rate. That's surprising.
Huh.
That's through all the sports.
Major football programs, 67 to 82.
Okay. Well, people
Still higher
going to
than I
school
thought.
getting a degree, that's good.
Men's basketball, 66 to 84. If you want, I can also tell you something interesting. Which major basketball programs graduate the highest and lowest percentage? Okay, that's that. Okay. And then it goes deeper, and I'll tell you what Houston graduates.
It's all AI, Diane.
Unbelievable. Some high-profile programs, graduation success rate, really? Do I believe this? Villanova, 100%.
No.
Duke, 100%.
What?
Wisconsin, 100%. Stanford, 100%. Northwestern, 97 to 100%. Lower graduation rates. University of Kentucky, 60 to 70.
Okay.
Still a lot. LSU, 60 to 70. Memphis, 60 to 70. These feel awfully general.
Right.
I can't necessarily advocate.
And maybe they're factoring in back in the day statistics with this.
And the 100%'s wrong.
There's no way.
No, we know. You could find 3 people who just,
They probably counted the guy who says, I'm coming back, though. I'm going to finish this.
Maybe I don't know what they're using for the 100%.
I don't know.
Whenever you hear 100%.
No, it's not happening. All right, we'll be right back. We're going to do a new Stever next week. I'm going to clean some vents in your house with Clean Right.
Hi, this is Damon Hackelman, owner of Clean Right in Champaign. When disaster strikes your home or business, you have choices for emergency restoration services in Champaign County, and we're honored every time you choose us. At CleanRight, you're not calling a big national chain, you're calling a family-owned and operated company with deep roots right here in the community. We treat every customer like a neighbor, because chances are you are. Whether it's water damage, fire, storms, or unexpected emergencies, our certified and experienced technicians are ready with a 24/7 rapid response. We work alongside trusted expert partners to make the restoration process smooth and stress-free, guiding you every step of the way. Our goal is simple: to return your home or business to safe, clean, like-new condition as quickly and painlessly as possible. Learn more or request services anytime at cleanright.net. CleanRight, restoring properties and peace of mind across Champaign County.
Illini fans know when you want the best, you get Jets. Order a large one-topping Detroit-style pizza for just $16.99 when you use promo code LJETS. Or up your game with a large combo for the whole family. Get a large one-topping Detroit-style pizza, your choice of bread and dipping sauce, and a 2-liter Coca-Cola product for just $26.49. Use promo code COMBO and follow Jet Pizza Champaign on Facebook and Instagram. It's not pizza, it's Jets.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign, and vicinity. Real spring days worth of weather ahead as we turn it partly sunny for the midday and afternoon. Gusty south wind with a record-setting high around 75 degrees and a couple of widely scattered showers and thunderstorms passing primarily north and west of Champaign and Champaign County during the course of the day today. Breezy mild tonight, a couple of scattered showers and thunderstorms around early, but more broad-based after midnight tonight. Low down to 62. Tomorrow turning windy and cooler showers, maybe a thunderstorm in the morning, a partly sunny afternoon. 67 in the morning, falling to about 54 in the late afternoon on a gusty west wind. We'll clear it off tomorrow night, turn colder, down to 36. Sunshine, 62. Winds come back around into the gusty southwest direction for the day on Sunday. 73 on Monday, mid-70s on Tuesday, back into showers and thunderstorms over parts of the area. Cooler weather sets in for Wednesday, a couple of showers in the morning and a high at about 62. 50s for highs on Thursday, back into the low 60s next Friday. For TVJ Broadcasting, I'm Beatrice Greg Solier.
So we like talking to Gale Ferrix Trucking and Dedicated Diesel, the two businesses you guys run. So talk to me about Gale Ferrix Trucking. Why do your drivers like driving for you?
I think because we care about them getting home and having a home life as well as making money, and that they're allowed to be safe.
How about Dedicated Diesel? Who should know about that?
Oh, anybody with a truck or trailer that they work with. We're open now for federal inspections. We can do those. Dedicated Diesel, I've got a couple of great new guys in there, and Melissa's helping on the front end, and I just couldn't be happier with the way things have progressed and the improvements that we've made.
Well, thank you for putting trucks out there that are safe, and you have drivers that are trained up and experienced.
And keeping the rigs up when it comes to those safety stickers with that safety lane service.
Yeah, every month we have a list of annual inspections that Donna puts out to the guys at Dedicated Diesel, and they have to get those inspections done.
That's Dedicated Diesel and Gale Ferrix Trucking with Tim Onstadt. Good work.
Spring training in Phoenix Mesa is accessible to Central Illinois baseball fans from Sarah and Bloomington. Catch a game over a long weekend or stay the week and explore Phoenix Mesa in between several games. Fly nonstop to Phoenix Mesa now while the seasonal service is here. Choose value with Allegiant and stress-free travel with Sarah. Free parking, shorter lines. Go to Sarah.com/Allegiant. Close. Convenient.
Sarah. Tony, the family's in trouble.
What is it, Godfather?
Appliance issues. Cousin Vinny's icebox. It's a whole situation.
They call that a refrigerator now.
Jimmy 2 times can't boil his pasta on the whatchamacallit.
His range?
I'm done doing favors. No more today.
Hey, it's Paul Rican from Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
No favors. I'm just here to help.
I'm listening.
Cousin Vinny needs an icebox, or we'll call it a refrigerator. We have stainless steel French doors in stock for next day delivery starting at $15.99.
And Jimmy 2 times has pasta issues.
Gas or electric ranges for Jimmy's pasta starting at $5.99.
What about protection? Our family is all about protection.
We got you covered there as well. Most of our appliances come with a free 10-year protection plan.
Welcome to the family, Paulie.
Thanks. Spaghetti for dinner?
Forget about it.
Wow.
When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
Former Illini Terrence Shannon Jr. of the Minnesota Timberwolves about Ben Quattrone from Sarah Champagne.
What kind of friend has he been?
Unbelievable. Ever since I came to this dealership, me and Ben had interactions. He's been a great person this whole time. It still is. I always would recommend him to anybody about a car or anything. He's always going to be there for you no matter what. He always be behind you. He's just a great person.
Visit sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA champagne.com. Pretty fun when Terrence used to get downhill. Oh, he went so fast. Dunk. Yeah. I remember when he stole the ball in Iowa State late in the Sweet 16 game, slammed it home to kind of seal the win to get us to the Elite Eight a couple of years ago. Okay, that's going to about wrap this up here in downtown Philo and across central Illinois. We one of the winners of our Stever yesterday said, love the show.
Oh,
so
great.
Thank you, Andrew, for saying that.
Nice.
So, yeah, we have people out there that still kind of dip their head and talk very softly. Appreciate what you're doing.
Yes.
Don't want anybody to know.
I get that at every event I'm at.
Yeah, because it's such a radical program.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't project it out loud and say, proclaim I'm a fan of the show.
I think in the age
They
of Trump,
whisper.
in the age of Trump, we have loosened that a little bit about being that shy about just.
I think you hear from all sides, and I think people like hearing from all sides.
There you go.
Yeah, no, it's
So,
good. It's good.
that's
It's
good.
just, but I don't consider myself radical. I just think I have some common sense, I hope.
Well, to somebody, you're radical. There's always someone who may be the radical one who thinks you're the radical.
Not only that, but I'm sure the words of bigot, racist, homophobe, whatever, they're all the normal criticisms of what I am or
Well,
you
those
are.
are usually people who really don't have a debate. They just
Yeah,
react
yeah,
to something they don't like to
yeah.
hear, or they don't have a comment, so they call you a name.
Yeah.
But
Johnny,
thank you for listening either way.
And thanks for Johnny coming in. Johnny, appreciate you being.
Thanks for coming in, Johnny.
Well,
Appreciate
it's
that.
always fun being with two of the best.
Aw,
Thank
that's
you.
great.
Diane, thank you.
Enjoy the weekend.
I get
and
through
go
it.
Illini.
Yeah, go Illini. Brother Johnny, that's Diane Ducey. I'm Stevie J. Thank you for listening. Have a blessed weekend. Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is ready to help you combine home and auto and save right here in Champaign-Urbana. Call 352-1411 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Average annual per household savings based on a 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
Why use Land's Underground Solutions? We have the team, the technology, the tools, and the most experienced team in the industry.
Hi, it's Wes from Land's Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Our mission at Land's is to provide top-tier service, prioritize our customers with upfront pricing, and maintain exceptional communication. We assure you at Land's we will only recommend what you truly need, from regular maintenance on your home's mechanical systems with the Land's Comfort family to replacement of existing equipment. Now would be a great time to consider updating your HVAC system. Visit us at landsinc.com.
Come celebrate Carpet Weaver's Flooring and Furniture Gallery's anniversary sale. You'll find savings store-wide. The installation is half off Mohawk's waterproof luxury vinyl floors. The installation is free on Mohawk carpet. Get up to $1,000 instant rebate on Mohawk carpets and floors. Plus, buy it all with 2 years free financing. It's the perfect time for those home updates. Don't miss the anniversary sale going on now at Carpet Weavers.
Hi, this is Damon Hackelman, owner of Clean Ride in Champaign. As winter fades and spring rains move in, melting snow, heavy storms, and stressed pipes can quickly turn into flooding and water damage for homes and businesses across Champaign County. When water shows up where it shouldn't, every minute matters. At Clean Right, we're a family-owned and operated company with deep roots in this community, and we're ready with a 24/7 emergency response. Our certified, experienced technicians arrive fast to assess the damage and start the restoration process right away. Whether it's a flooded basement, burst pipe, or storm damage, we work to make the recovery quick and as stress-free as possible. Our mission is to return your property to clean, safe, like new condition so you can get back to normal. We work alongside trusted expert partners to make the restoration process smooth and stress-free, guiding you every step of the way. Learn more or request emergency service anytime at cleanright.net.
This is Eric Bolin with Provident Financial Group. Unfortunately, there is no one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is we can help improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at ProvidentFinancialGroupLLC.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Illini fans know when you want the best, you get Jets. Order a large one-topping Detroit-style pizza for just $16.99 when you use promo code LJETS. Or up your game with a large combo for the whole family. Get a large one-topping Detroit-style pizza, your choice of bread and dipping sauce, and a 2-liter Coca-Cola product for just $26.49. Use promo code COMBO and follow Jet Pizza Champagne on Facebook and Instagram. It's not pizza, it's Jets.
I've got to clean out this garage. Let's see. What's the cheapest and easiest dumpster service in our area?
Here's what I found. The doggy bag.
Think she's broken. I'm not looking for takeout. Siri, try again.
The doggy bag from Bulldog Disposal in Mahomet.
Doggy bag? What's that?
If you got junk that needs to go, but you don't want the hassle of having an enormous dumpster delivered, grab a doggy bag, keep it as long as you need. They'll come take it away. For more information, just visit bulldoggybag.com.
That's bulldoggybag.com.
So we like talking Gale Frericks Trucking and Dedicated Diesel, the two businesses you guys run. So talk to me about Gale Frericks Trucking. Why do your drivers like driving for you?
I think because we care about them getting home and having a home life as well as making money, and that they're allowed to be safe.
How about Dedicated Diesel? Who should know about that?
Oh, anybody with a truck or trailer that they work with. We're open now for federal inspections. We can do those. Dedicated Diesel, I've got a couple of great new guys in there, and Melissa's helping on the front end, and I just couldn't be happier with the way things have progressed and the improvements that we've made.
Well, thank you for putting trucks out there that are safe, and you have drivers that are trained up and experienced.
And keeping the rigs up when it comes to those safety stickers with that safety lane service.
Yeah, every month we have a list of annual inspections that Donna puts out to the guys at Dedicated Diesel, and they have to get those inspections done.
That's Dedicated Diesel and Gale Frericks Trucking with Tim Onstadt. Good work. You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.